My fellow flames, we have a code red, we have a 2319 indeed. Wuthering Waves is becoming the new Genshin Impact. Yes, Kuro themselves is turning into the next generation of Hoyoverse. At least that's what this video is implying, potentially. So we're going to react to it today. So if you enjoy this video and enjoy this reaction, hit that like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Without further ado, let's get into this. Is Wuthering Waves looking as greedy as Genshin Impact?
If there was ever a time for the Hoyoverse dev studio to lock in, it would be right now.
Oh no, the Hiram situation is crazy. Oh no.
Water lately. And to me, this is
hot water. Why? Why has it been in hot water recently? Why? I want to know why.
Criticism that I've seen for this title since its launch. When you might as well have been playing this game on a toaster because you couldn't even open the game without being a risk to global warming.
Wait, this isn't about 2.5, is it? Is this about the story of 2.5? Is this because Kuro Games said to Rover, no, you cannot add an additional wife to your collection? Is that why they said that? Because Frolova is dead? Is that why?
The most recent story was widely considered to be one of the best we've ever gotten, but it's pretty mid if you have trouble paying attention.
Stay might come.
Even the
wait, yo, what?
Above all,
why are you not, bro? Why are you not paying attention? It's the best story of all time, and you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs.
So are all of these recent criticisms for
outrageous
valid? And does Genshin look like it's worth playing as a new or returning player? And is Genshin ever gonna give away a free limited 5-star?
No. Wait, no, they did. They did. What are you talking about? They gave away a free limited 5-star way back in the day upon the game's launch. Aloy. Do you guys don't remember Aloy, do you? Aloy? They gave away Aloy. The collaboration of a lifetime, Aloy. The Horizon Zero Dawn character came to Wuthering Waves, came to Devat. Do you not remember that? No? Okay.
Absolutely not. Unless it's a spending event where you have to buy $10 million worth of items.
Hey, look who it is. Look who it is. It's the woman that everyone wanted but no one got because she died. Because they killed her. And people were upset and crying in a corner like the little bitches they are. I'm talking to you, Tectone. Yes, I remember when you cried yourself a river because this Fire Queen bitch that I forgot the name of wasn't playable. Yes, I remember.
In order to get something like Venti as the free reward. Kuro has been looking a lot like Hoyoverse recently with the little changes here and there that are enough to raise eyebrows and question the direction wuwa will steer into. With that being said, I do believe that Wuthering Waves is still the best open world gacha.
Yes! Give this man a medal. Give this man a trophy. He is correct. This is amazing. This is amazing news. We now know that this man is not a silly goose. He is not a donkey. He is in the right frame of mind. He believes what everyone else believes to be true because that is the truth.
Genre. That's not to say Genshin hasn't been looking very enticing lately. If you are a casual player, then you're probably gonna be okay with anything that gets implemented into the...
I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be wholeheartedly honest here. I would be lying to you if I said I didn't think what Genshin Impact was doing and planning and showing us wasn't interesting and enticing. Nadcry or whatever the hell that new place is looks interesting. When Hoyoverse showed that really, really cool 10-minute 2D cutscene of the gods of Tevat, the gods of heavenly principles or whatever they were, when they showed that cutscene, that trailer, I got excited. I was invested because the lore of a Hoyoverse's Genshin Impact game is interesting. Now, the way they tell the storytelling is absolute dog water, doggy doo-doo, dog shit, trash. And Wuthering Waves' storytelling is way better. It's night and day. Genshin Impact's lore and overarching story about the world and the mystery behind Tevat and the gods of heavenly principles and the archons is amazing. The way they tell the stories is absolute dog shit. Absolute doggy doo-doo. They make you sit there in an unskippable cutscene, not a well-animated cutscene, through things and through dialogue and through events that they tell and don't show, and it gets you bored and you're sitting there for hours on end just to be disappointed or just to be met with a disappointing 30-second well-animated cutscene. Whereas Wuthering Waves keeps you enticed, keeps you intrigued, keeps you locked in through the majority of their story, because the way they tell the story, the way they choose to tell the story, and their writing is better. So there's two sides of the same coin. Wuthering Waves is better at storytelling, and Genshin Impact's overarching story, in my opinion, is better. But then again, I also very much love Wuthering Waves' overarching story as well. It's just that they've got a decent story with an amazing storytelling execution. And Genshin Impact has an amazing story with a dogshit storytelling execution.
Next reason,
anyway,
sadly, Genshin Impact has a horrible track record of avoiding predatory practices.
Oh no.
And it just being a gacha game is an awful excuse for it to be openly forcing you to spend money in order to have
true.
Considering a lot of Wuthering Waves players happen to be castaways from Genshin.
Oh, Prowler jump scare, Prowler themed jump scare. Oh.
Your worst fear should be Kuro giving in to greed. If you play gacha games, it should be a given that these companies never have your best interest in mind. And I have trouble believing that one of those corporate dogs would spend $50.
Jeff Bezos' laugh is so accurate.
There's definitely people who work on the game who love making it and playing it as much as you do. But the company as a whole does not care about your well-being.
This is true. This is so true. A gacha game company do not give a shit about you. A AAA games company does. Speaking of AAA games companies, look at there was a game called who's the ones that make the Cyberpunk and Witcher games? CD Projekt Red. They are a company that really cares about their communities and really cares about the player base and cares about you as a player. Gacha game companies don't give two shits about you. They care about your wallet. They care about your wallet. They'll look at you and be like, oh no, out of the way. Oh no, you poor thing, you poor wallet. How dare your owner make you carry around so much cash, so much money? How dare they? The weight, you cannot handle such weight of such cash, such money. Please allow us as the game company that we are, the wallet loving game company we are. Let us make something so enticing for your owner, for your human, that they have no choice but to spend money, spend the whole heavily hearted money that you have to walk around in all day, carry all day for him or her or they. Let us create something for you to lighten that load of money. Please, we care about you, wallet. We care about you, money. We don't care about you, human. We don't care,
I care more about your well-being than they do. So that's why I'm going to tell you right now that Kuro will throw away all of that devs listen shit out of the window. Don't say that. $500 million to throw the
Don't say that. No, you're lying. Don't say that.
Game balance into chaos. Now I may not have 500 million, but if
why are you lying for? What you do? Why the hell would you not say that? I know you got $500 million in that pocket of yours, boy. Don't you lie to me.
And make their weapons strong enough, and they could accumulate that type of revenue within a short amount of time and forget about the free-to-play. The chances are, if you happen to be watching this, you're at least a little more than a casual player, if not a very dedicated player in either of these games.
I'm a little bit more than a casual player. I mean, I play for the story wholeheartedly. The story is what always gets me most excited for. Sometimes they release some really cool, fun events, which I like playing through. I like the Depths of Elusive Realm, which no longer exists because Kuro hates all of us. I play Fantasies because it's the closest thing to Depths of Elusive Realm, and I play TOA and I play the Holograms. I don't play Whimpering Wastes. I don't play that dog shit endgame mode. It's doggy doo-doo. Anyone that tells you otherwise is lying to you. Do not listen to them.
You are that type of player. One of the main things that will get you to stick around in a game with this kind of model is content where you can challenge the limits of your characters.
Yes.
But of course, as I'm trying to be a little positive about Genshin, they go and completely butcher the most recent Stygian Onslaught reset.
Oh no. Oh no.
This game mode have a love-hate relationship. Just about the love part. Okay. I'll try to think of something positive.
Yeah, be
to say
nice.
about it.
Be nice.
20 minutes later.
Oh, well, there is the fact that.
2 hours later.
Okay, I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a difficult thing to do. It's difficult to find something positive about Genshin. It's difficult. It's difficult.
That's right. If you don't know already, this game mode is pretty much a waste of time unless you have a really deep wallet and a lot of time on your hands.
Oh,
Each
no.
boss heavily, and I mean heavily, favors the recent units to the point where dupes on older units don't even matter.
Seriously? Is that bad?
The
Damn.
mechanics are boring to play against because you know they're just there to stall time. And the fact that someone is trying to argue that this Stygian onslaught is worse than the last one is insane. And I can see that,
Damn.
especially if you aren't using Skirk on the second boss. The HP inflation is
Damn, Skirk really is like the #1 unit to have, right? If you don't have Skirk, you're fucked.
already enough of a catalyst to get players to
What is this animation I'm seeing in the background? Is this Genshin Impact? I think it's Natlan's promotional animated short. Is it? I never saw this.
on units.
It looks
Then
good, though.
creating lazy, overpowered boss mechanics to force a damage check is too much.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks
You're
pretty
gonna
clean. Let me know down below in the comments. Should I react to all of the animated shorts that I have not seen before to give you my honest opinion on what I think of them? Should I do that? Let me know down below in the comments if you want that.
spam the lunar reaction characters and lock the
It looks
reaction
good. It
keys
looks
behind
crisp. It
limited
looks clean. The
box
art style, the animation, yeah, it looks pretty good.
So it
It's
doesn't
pretty
make it
good.
any better that the upcoming Nodcry artifact sets are going to want you to use Nodcry characters, and it's blatantly obvious that the team building within the endgame is just going to be completely dead. one
The
day,
Spider-Man.
because these new teams will just consist of the last 3 to 4 units that just came out, and sometimes Bennett.
Oh.
Yeah, sure, you can just stop playing endgame or stop caring about it, but that is
Genuinely, why does this animated short look good? Where is the Genshin Impact anime? Where's the Honkai Star Rail anime? Kuro, where's the Wuthering Waves anime? I'll stop. I'll stop.
that Hoyo shouldn't be hearing about how lazy they're getting. You don't have to shove it in our faces already.
Yes, they
If you
do.
want, just make Nodcry 2 years instead of 1 so you can milk those reactions even longer instead of already shilling it through a Nepha.
Don't
Having
give
good
them any
4 stars
ideas.
is not enough of an excuse at this point to completely ignore it.
No, hey, at least Genshin Impact is getting 4 stars. Yo, we over here have been dying of thirst of 4 stars. Honestly, just make some of the old 4 stars 5 stars, or give them a big Zenkai buff. You know, give them something to make the old 4 stars good again. Because give Yang Yang a 5-star Zenkai buff. Give her a transformation. She's the flagship monster of Kuro Games. She's the flagship character. She's the flagship character of Kuro Games. We've seen her on the icon. We know how much Kuro Games loves Yang Yang. Give us Yang Yang 5-star. Give her a cool transformation to make her lovable, badass, sexy, awesome, and make her for free. Make Yang Yang an optional, like what Rover has, where you can change what element you want Rover to be. Make it an option to make Yang Yang a different element, or make her a 5-star. You know?
Every other aspect that makes an endgame fun. But don't get me wrong, wuwa does need to buff their weak 4 stars so that the character pool isn't
No, they need to They need to give us new ones. The buff a select few, yes, buff a select few. But other than that, just give us new ones.
with weak ass characters
Please.
like Lumi and Tauchi, but their character designs are fire.
Yeah, that to be fair, yeah, Wuthering Waves' 4-star designs are very nice.
I don't know about you, but Genshin needs to stop releasing in-game if this is what they have in mind for future modes, especially because this is actually making it look worse. I actually prefer Imaginarium Theater, so that way I can pretend that the devs actually care about adding a good mode by using
Wow, devs listened.
for a while now that Hoyo has no clue how to design in-game content, but recently Wuthering Waves has looked fairly awful due to the ridiculous levels of HP inflation.
It's dog shit. No. Whimpering Wastes is a dog shit game mode. Kuro Games gave us Whimpering Wastes as a replacement to Depths of Elusive Realm, a game mode that people beloved. People loved and raved about. Depths of Elusive Realm, people loved the roguelike. And what did they do? They gave us Fantasies of 1,000 Gateways, which is mediocre. It's okay. It's nowhere near as good as Depths of Elusive Realm. They gave us a theatre endgame mode, which I'm not going to lie to you, 80 to 90% of the Wuthering Waves community do not give a shit. There's 10 to 20% of the community that do give a shit about this, but come on, the majority does not like it. And Whimpering Waste is a mess. It's a mess. Do yourself a favour, do us as the player base a favour, bring back Fantasies, Depths of Elusive Realm, make Fantasies of 1,000 Gateways much better. Much better. You need to make the rewards way better than that, what we have. 1 pull a week? 4 pulls a month? Bump that up to 2 a week. Make that go from 160 Asherite a week to 320. For the love of God. You're telling me doing that twice a week gives us 1 pull. No, make it 2 pulls a week. 2 pulls a week. 8 pulls a month. 8 pulls a month. That's 96 pulls a year. Okay, it's near enough 100 pulls a year. Now it may seem like a little amount, but it adds up. It adds up, and it helps people get ready for the next patch 5 to 6 weeks later.
Enough to the point where it's reminding me of Genshin. This mode is already...
It's basically Spiral Abyss. Now, I haven't played the recent game modes of Genshin Impact because I haven't played it for the past 2 years. 2 to 3 years. But as far as I'm concerned, this is becoming the new Spiral Abyss.
Not the most fun for a lot of people
dog
because
shit.
of the scattered enemies,
Dog shit.
Characters with grouping mechanics or AoE attacks, but the sudden massive increase in HP and resistance makes this mode a lot worse. On top of that, the tokens, or should I say buffs, are very important, and one token that would at least give a general attack buff or an increase to all elemental damage would be great, but instead we get buffs that look like use the fire team, use for Lova, and use a character that's not even out yet and won't be out for at least the next 2 weeks or so.
I remember seeing this. They've got an artifact to use in Whimpering Waste that isn't going to be available until August is released, which is ridiculous. By the way. But hey, you better not be making fun of my girl. Hey, Augusta's going to be my girl. I'm looking forward to Augusta. My God, I'm fucking looking forward to Augusta.
Oh wait, how could I forget that you could use the honored one from the new
Yes! Use the honored one, yes!
Federation. So it's not just HP inflation that's become a problem here. It's also all of those other factors on top of this that make this installment of the Wasteland such an issue. If you like wuwa, this isn't a great look for the future of this endgame mode, nor is it for the tower, even though everything is still okay over there besides the spooky buffs that we received with
oh, that Attack on Titan and the clip.
Zani and Cardathea. If we're not speaking up about issues when they arise and just brush them off because nobody plays Whimpering Waste, then what's it gonna be?
Nobody does play Whimpering Waste. People try to avoid it, or they play it a little bit, get a few rewards, and get the fuck out of there. The only people that plays Whimpering Waste are the content creators telling you not to play Whimpering Waste, or telling you it's dog shit, or say, it actually isn't the worst this time. Give it a go.
Be whenever the tower is all of a sudden getting over 100% HP inflation. And I don't think that...
Oh, God, don't do that. Do not do that. Don't go over to Tower of Adversity and give them a huge HP inflation. It's fine how it is.
Waves
Please.
Will never go down the Anefa route, but Phoebe and Chacona were early examples of what could get out of hand. Luckily, Zani was just getting doom posted into oblivion to be made out as useless without the church girl. And
what? What? Are you kidding me? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Zani is not bad. People, I hate it so much. People that are saying that Zani's unplayable unless you have the church bitch or the church girl being Phoebe is speaking out of their doggy doo-doo ass. I'm doing just fine with my S6 R1 Zani. If you couldn't tell I was being a satire there, I'm sorry. Okay, Zani's good though. S0R1 is fine. She's playable. She very much is playable. You don't need to have Phoebe on the team to make her playable. You don't.
Cardathia is so broken that it just doesn't matter. Plus, she was soloing the tower with her weapon on release, but I'm not.
Was she? Was she that good on release? Damn.
Sure if she can still do that.
Damn.
I don't know. But even
Didn't know
Genshin
that.
started off with characters that really loved their best in slot partners, like Alhaitham and Nahida and Nuvalet and Farina. Then everything went south when,
Oh shit.
if you know anything about me, I'm the #1 Mawika hater on the planet, and it's not close. Because I believe that this was the most toxic character ever added to Genshin Impact.
Oh
Most
dear.
bad things that
Mavwika bad.
have happened since her release can be traced back to her. She's become the
Explain.
model of what Genshin Impact
Explain.
aim to strive for.
Explain
in
how.
Designs. Somali is Mawika's partner, but guess what? It doesn't matter whatsoever because she's the best character in the game. So people brushed it off for the most part.
Is she the best character in the game? I thought that was Skirk now. I guess not. I guess Malvika is still, 8 months later, the best in the game.
But since then, the pattern began. Skirk needs a Scoffier, and Skirk doesn't have the biker strength on her own. And here we are with the Nepha. If you're going to pull Flynn's, and
Flynn's looks badass as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Flynn's looks so cool. I saw Flynn's and I was like, okay. Okay, I see you.
to even attempt to have fun
I see you, boy.
in-game content, just go ahead and get her. I know he looks super cool and all that, but he needs his girlfriend.
No, if I want Flynn's, I'll get myself a Flynn's. You're talking to an Arataki Ito Geo main here that runs Arataki Ito, Goro, Zhongli, and someone else that I can't remember. Oh yeah, Geo Traveler.
So you have to get her. You can't leave her out of the equation. All jokes aside, do not be surprised when every single main DPS in the next region wants their partner more and more, because the trend is getting significantly worse.
I mean, that is how a
Every
partnership
character that
works.
releases. It's going to get to a point where they make you pull for 2 separate characters instead of 1, because we might have seen the peak of greed when it comes to one partner by locking an exclusive reaction behind them.
What are you talking about?
It is very unfortunate that Kuro has been taking
What are you talking about? I'm so confused. I don't know.
too much inspiration from Genshin Impact, but despite this, I still do have hope that at least for the next year or so, the competition will force them back to the drawing board. And
Yes.
This is why I still care so much about.
Not back to the... Just Kuro needs to keep doing what they're doing. Keep dishing out good written stories. One thing they do need to improve on, and I did it in my last video, they need to sort of... multiplayer. Oh, I'm not going to go over it again because I've spoken about this too many times now. Multiplayer needs to be capitalized on. 2.0's multiplayer event, 2.0's multiplayer was actually really good, and they could have expanded on it, and they just didn't. They just kept it there. They need to expand on it. What happened to the bloody Somme Noir event? The Somme Noir event had multiplayer. You could have expanded on that every patch, and you didn't. Come on.
What Genshin Impact is doing, because I don't want Kuro to be influenced by Hoyoverse when they see that they're making so much money with such little effort in their character design. The good news is that if you are a Genshin player, the next upcoming region is probably going to be the most visually pleasing that we've seen yet.
Yeah.
On top of that, I'm
I've heard Nadcry is going to be really, really good.
sure it's going to be really satisfying to finally see a character like Marka, who
Who's that? Who is that?
you've known about since the beginning. But the day that Genshin actually gets a useful quality of life change, you might as well go buy a lottery ticket, because a luckier day may never come.
Yeah.
All of the
True.
conversation that has sparked up
True.
recently with Wuthering Waves, it's nice to
True.
see the community, despite what.
Why are you playing this clip in the background? Why? Do you want to make me cry?
If you are one of those people that thinks the whole Wuthering Waves community is just gonna jump off a cliff if Kuro said so, then I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Of course, there are diehard fans of the game that will accept anything and everything, but that goes for any video game or any type of media with a large online community. If
This is true. This is true. This isn't just gacha games. This is games wholeheartedly. There are games, AAA games out there that a lot of people say are dog shit that have a dedicated fan base. I'm one of them. There are games out there that by community and gamer standpoint is not the best game. not the best video game, but I myself like them, and that's okay. If you are passionate about the game and just love the game and will play it because you love it, that's fine. There's a fine line between having passion about the game and being toxic and unrealistic about the game. You know what I'm saying? If you're a passionate casual gamer that plays every patch, plays the story, enjoys new characters, enjoys the events, and then logs the fuck out, but you play the game and you explore and you do those little things because you love the game, that's not a bad thing at all. That's not a bad thing. You know? It gets bad when tribalism comes into it. It gets bad when you praise the game when they literally put nothing into an update. It gets bad when someone gives you constructive criticism and you instantly shut them down because what they're saying is correct, but you just cannot believe. You refuse to believe. That's when it gets bad.
If you think that the wuwa community is bad, then you'd probably hate the One Piece community.
I do hate the One Piece community. I do. Not all of you. I've spoken to a few members of the One Piece and Shonen community from One Piece, but the majority are bad.
On TikTok. So what?
I'm part of the Dragon Ball community, and the Dragon Ball idiots that go, but can they beat Goku? Yeah, they're idiots. They're idiots. Okay, because Goku is one of the most powerful beings in anime. But you bet your ass there's going to be people out there, fictional characters out there that can beat Goku. Superman, comic book Superman can beat Goku. Comic book Superman, the most powerful version of comic book Superman, could beat Goku. Would it be a difficult fight? Yes. But could Superman do it? Yes. I hate to break it to you, but that is the case.
Wuthering Waves is still fine until Arknight's Enfield comes out, am I right?
Oh, when is that game releasing? I want Arknight's Enfield now.
And Genshin Impact is just always going to be Genshin Impact. Thank you for watching this.
No, thank you, brother. That was a great video. The Gacha DG2. Everyone go subscribe, like the video, and go show some support. Let's get that sub count up. This guy's got a bright future in the Gacha community. The way he articulated his words, the way he basically explained what's going on, the way he just basically made... This is a well-made video, and you need to go and support this creator. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction and enjoyed this video, hit that like, comment down below, and subscribe if you are new. I'll take it easy. Take it easy, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, I got it the wrong way around. See you later, guys.